welcome to another episode of Shakes and Fidget free-to-play playthrough. As you can see, I've been busy. I've been leveling and unlocking some features. And today I'm gonna go through one of those features. It's a short one. However, I would like to cover it because there is a weekend event coming connected to this feature, and it's a perfect time to explain exactly how the feature works. Before that, I would also like to go through the progress made so far, because actually there are some, say, nice progress done, and also some plans for the upcoming few days when it comes to development of our free-to-play character. If you like this type of content, don't forget to like and subscribe for notifications to get the notifications when there's a new video out. Also, don't forget to leave a comment below if you want to see more of this comment, if you want to add some suggestions or similar. But into the videos, as you can see, we're level 126, and actually most of these levels have happened in last few days because I have been pushing dungeons, and you can see that in the Pyramid of Madness we are level 9, or floor 9, and also on the Blood Temple we are also floor 9. So we are actually quite high. I mean, we are level 126, and the mobs here are 185 and 190, so we are way above our level. But as you can see, we're level 126. The scrapbook is at 61.5%, which is really nice. The guild upgrades are, of course, 1010. This is max. You should not go above 1010. If you're a shroomer, in theory, you can do it early game because it does benefit you. However, as soon as the guild sort of progresses a bit and the raids are done uh, around, or not around, at exactly 50, you would have 200 upgrades. If everyone has 1010 and there is 50 raids, this would be 200%, which is the maximum. So in theory, for example, if I would now upgrade here, I would actually add to the percentage. But as soon as the rates come to 50, my upgrade would not count anymore. So the 10 shrooms I would invest would actually be wasted. So going above 1010 actually does not make sense in that context. And then we have gotten some upgrades. This item here I just got recently. I have been keeping this here exactly because of the feature I want to show you today. And then I also got this weapon, which was really nice score in the shop, like dexterity and increased damage in comparison to previous one, and plus the gem socket. The only problem with this item is the range of the damage. You can see that it's 299, 292 until 298. The range, the upper and lower bound are really narrow. This actually means we have a bit of constant damage. So you can see that the average 295, and in most of the cases it would be that damage actually because the range is small. However, it's much better to have a weapon with a wider range because you would get higher crits, higher damage with the upper bound, and uh, pushing the dungeons would be easier. Fortunately, it is how it is, but it's still a good weapon. I also got this one here just before I got this one. I wanted to show you, like, it was so perfect weapon because it was a significant boost in comparison to the I think we had an epic before this one, but the problem is it was strength. Like, this was so funny. um the other items here I have is actually, what happened? Wait. Okay, here we skip. So you replace it with this one. In any case, so the other items here I save actually for two reasons. One is so when the witch cauldron accepts the value, the item, and the second one is actually, again, for the feature I want to show you today. When it comes to the fortress, we are level 12 in the fortress, and if I'm not mistaken, I cannot now check it, but we are also Hall of Knights level 12, and level 13 is being built. The huge help which we had for building the 13 or pushing the upgrade was actually the elevator, because you actually get a lot of um, a lot of resources in this health tokens collection campaign. So which is really really nice, and it got us a boost to be able to update the fortress or upgrade the fortress. More or less that's it. When it comes to the status, you can see that we have 7 days left on our mount, and we have 25 shrooms. Again, elevator. There is a couple of levels which give up to 5 shrooms in total. So I don't know exactly, somewhere around level 50, there is 2 and 75, 2 and similar. And since we get a reset by 20 floors, we somehow always end up around that level. So we always get some shrooms, which is really, really nice. So that's actually really nice, again, because of the events coming. And from this point of view, I want to first cover the events, and then I would focus on the feature which we unlocked. So the events which are coming are the Crazy Mushroom Harvest, which would give us increased chance of getting mushrooms from quests. And connected to it, which I really, really like, is the Exceptional XP event, which is really nice because this is a significant boost on our experience. I would say these two go really great together. There is one more which goes even better, is the Skipping Quest event, which is some party. I cannot remember the exact name. This one is also really nicely joined with the XP event. But having this one and this one together is also really nice. Hopefully, we will get some shrooms and a lot of experience. Then this one, Epic Shopping Spree Extravaganza, we had it last week. I don't like this one because it's not relevant for us. If we get a gold epic, fine, but shroom epic we will for sure not buy. And also we will not be using shrooms to shuffle through the vendors to get epic items. Um, this one is really nice. I'm not sure if it's also on EU4 because I have a echo character there. If it is, I really need an upgrade on the items, so this would be really nice for that character. And then there is the Epic Quest Extravaganza. If you remember, this is the guaranteed epics for second quest after the first beer and second quest after the 10th beer. So this is also nicely packed with this one because we can double down on the effect. So we would use the shrooms to get a lot of experience, and at the same time, we would get some epic items. Really nice. And then there is the Sands of Time special. This just increases the chance of getting Sands of Time in the quests. So the hourglasses, sorry. And also it would double the amount, or not even double, I think 10 times the amount of hourglasses at the vendor. So if it's like 1, it would be 10. If it's 10, it would be actually 100, which is also nice if you want to stack up on some hourglasses. And then the last one, which is really important for us for today, is the tidy toilet time. So the feature which I would like to showcase today is the toilet. I would explain the event as well, but just to quickly go through the toilet feature. It's quite an easy feature. It does not have a depth that some other events have, like witch or blacksmith or anything like that. However, it does provide some benefits, and it does have a certain depth. It does give you certain boosts, and there are certain things you need to consider, and some, let's say, plans which you can make, strategies you can make to use it to the full extent. So the toilet is unlocked at level 100. In the past, it was so good because you actually could farm gold using the toilet. In the past, at level 100, you get you unlock the toilet, but you need to get the key from the quests. The key actually could have you could sell it. So you do not use it, you sell it, and you just get it again from the quest, you sell it, you get it again from the quest, you sell it. It's not a guaranteed chance from a quest, so you get 3 quests, but none of them give you the key. It is how it is. However, whenever you get it, you can sell it. Nowadays, it does not work like that. at a level 100, you automatically unlock, or actually you need to get the key. However, it is automatically unlocking toilet, so you don't have the time, don't have a chance to sell it. In order to get to the toilet, you can either double click the tavern, so 1 and 2, sorry, maybe 3, here it is, 3, or you can, when you are in the tavern, you can click on the toilet door. So this is exactly the toilet. Does not have much to do there. There's actually two main things which you can do. This is drop the item and flush the toilet. And then there is some indicators. One is the aura of arcane aura, and the other is the tank. So how the feature actually works is that you can drop items which you don't need into the toilet, and you can do it only once. Once you drop the item into the toilet, it cannot be dropped again. However, it also loses its value, which means you cannot sell it. I mean, you can sell it, you just don't get any gold. You cannot use it at the Witcher's Cauldron because you also don't get any gold. So generally, it loses completely its value. I mean, makes sense. It was in the toilet. However, what it does, it actually changes the class of the item. So for example, this item is a scout item. I mean, it is my item. I'm a scout class. However, when I drop it, it would be changed to warrior or mage. So this is really, really important because this is one of the ways how to gear up your followers in the tower. So, I mean, not only tower, actually, it's used also in Shadow World, but generally how to gear up your followers. The second thing regarding the changing of the class is actually collecting the legendary shields, because this is the only way how you can get legendary shields. If you drop a legendary weapon into the toilet, it has 33% chance of turning into shield, and this is a way how to collect the legendary items in your scrapbook, because you cannot collect them by winning against players who have the item. You need to have it yourself. So this is why sort of changing the item class by dropping it in the toilet is really important. When you drop the item in the toilet, well, the main thing which will happen is the tank will be filled. And depending on your aura level, I will get back to the aura in general in a few seconds. Depending on your aura level, it requires you more mana to fill the tank. So level 1 is 100, level 2 is 200. It caps at 1000 around level 20, if I'm not mistaken, and then it is until level 66, which is the highest level of aura, keeps at 1000. The how you feel it or how much mana you get depends on what you actually toss in it. So if you are tossing a normal item, it would give you 25 mana. If you are tossing an epic item, it would give you 50 mana. In both of these cases, you would get an item in return. So it would just, as I said, lose its value and it would be changed class. However, you can also drop potions and you can also drop gems. If you drop in gem, it would give you 30 mana, so it's a bit less than epic. However, it's more than the common item. Um, and the potions and actually dungeon keys, but this was in the past. Dungeon keys are no longer possible to be utilized, same as the toilet key. So the potions give you 10 mana, but both potions and gems you lose in the process. So you do not get a potion of a different type or a gem of a different type. They are lost or destroyed in the process. So from that point of view, I never use them. You can use them if you are missing. You don't have an item, epic or common. You can also sort of get a common item easily at vendors. So the point of dropping gems, I mean, if you have Like here, I have a nice stack of Constitution gems, so in theory, I could drop 1 gem in it. But usually I don't. Usually I always have epic item to drop in. In rare cases, if I don't, I just drop in a common item. One thing to note when filling the mana tank with the mana is that um, dropping in an item which gives you more mana than you need to fill it in will sort of waste the mana above. So it would not allow it to overflow to the next aura level or to the next, like after they flush and then you need to refill it. Um, so you need to account for that. So for example, if you are at 175 out of 200, do not drop in epic item because epic item gives you 50. 25 would be wasted. It's much better to drop in common item because this would get you from 175 to 200. So this is one of the tips, one of the strategies or sort of things which you need to consider when you are using the toilet. The the second thing about the mana toilet or the mana tank itself is that you can flush it. The flushing empties the mana tank and increases your arcane aura by 1 and will give you an item in the process. This item can either be a common item or an epic item. However, the epic item is, like say at the beginning, smaller chance. The higher the aura is, the bigger the chance of you getting the item, where at level 18 of the aura, you get an item for sure, epic item for sure, and above. So in this case scenario, if I flush it, you flush it by just clicking an item, clicking the flush chain, you will get an item, and it can be an epic. Unfortunately, I did not get an epic. So this is how the sort of the toilet works. And now to cover the aura, arcane aura. So arcane aura, as said just now, gives you the possibility. The higher the aura is, the higher the chance of getting an epic item when you're flushing, with 18 being the threshold of getting the item 100% of the time. However, it also gives you another boost, and this is that, and it says here, according to the legend, Arcane Aura helps impressing stubborn merchants, so they offer you the better items. So in this case scenario, if you have higher level of aura, the items which you are getting from the vendors will be better. So for example, they would be, if you're level 126, the items would be sort of suitable for a level higher than 126. They would have more stats or similar. So from this point of view, it's really, really important to keep aura level as high as possible. Do not forget to toss in items every day and flush when the tank is full. This actually gets me to a point which I mentioned in the previous episode, one of the previous episodes actually, um, is the fact that the rooms which I mentioned in the Arena Manager, one of the rooms is item quality plus item quality, and what I said there, I sort of did not maybe explain it properly. So I said that you get an item which is of a higher quality, means giving you more stats and similar. However, the item quality literally works the same as aura, arcane aura. It actually gives you, like, say, one more level of the arcane aura. So having +5 item quality increase is like having +5 arcane aura. So let's say 8 in my case scenario. So this is how exactly it works, and I sorry for maybe not explaining this correctly in the previous episode. And I wanted just now to show you, this is why I saved this epic item, is just you would drop in the item. You can also right click and then into the toilet, or you can drag and drop here, and you see that the mana tank gets filled by 50 mana. And also you can see that there is this glow on the toilet, which means that you already tossed in an item that day. This means that tossing another item, and you see that it's red, will not give you any mana, However, you can still toss it in if you want it to change its class. So you can still use it to get the item which you need for your followers, but you would not get any mana. You only get it for the first item tossed in for that day. And what I also meant by changing the class, like in cases of the um, armor items, it would change the class, and this would actually mean that you cannot wear it anymore. However, for the accessories like the trinket, ring, and the neck, it would actually just change the stats. So in this case scenario, it was a dexterity item. Now it's a strength item, which means it changed class to warrior, but I can still wear it because it's a trinket, so I can wear any trinket. The only thing is it does not give me any benefit because it gives it strength. I will not, for example, save this one because my followers are not yet unlocked. I hope I will unlock them soon enough, and this I will cover in a second. However, it's the item I would get much more epic items along the way, so it's not that relevant. I don't want to keep my storage, my inventory packed, so I would actually dismantle it. That's it for the toilet. There is not much to say. Actually, it's easy enough. You toss in a toilet. Once the mana tank is full, you flush. Your arcane aura increases, and you just keep it up as much as possible because it does give you better items at vendors. I hope that you will utilize this um, feature as much as possible. I have been a bit slacking because again I wanted to record for an episode, and 2 3 days I was somehow skipping. So I did, and my mana tank was full. So in the end, I actually did not toss in an item for like 2 or 3 days. Just to quickly jump in, I actually forgot to explain the event connected to the feature, and this is the tidy toilet time. And the idea of the tidy toilet is actually just doubles the amount of the mana you get once you toss in an item to the toilet. So for a common item, instead of 25, you will be getting 50. And for epic items, instead of 50, you will be getting 100, and so on and so on. So this is a really, really nice way how to jump through a couple of levels at the beginning of your arcane aura. Of course, it would mean that you have some items stocked up, but in general, it's quite easy to get some epic items when pushing the dungeons. So that's more or less it, how the event connected to the toilet feature works. And when it comes to the plan and the thing which I just mentioned regarding the followers, actually, you can see that we are level 126, which means we are past level 125. And level 125 is a requirement for the tower. The other requirement for the tower is to clear the light world dungeons 1 through 9. And as you can see, we have cleared 1 through 8 or 7. So we have 8 and 9, and both of them are level 9. So we can clear them quite soon. For this matter, this means that we would unlock the tower. But the tower gives us possibility to unlock one more thing, and that's the underworld. However, for underworld, we need to have the gem mine at level 10. So in the next 7 to 10 days, depending on the amount of the resources I would have, and also the wishes of my guild of having a Hall of Knights at a higher level, I would be upgrading the gem mine. If you remember in one of the previous episodes, I said that you should not upgrade the gem mine until you are ready to unlock the underworld, because once you upgrade the gem mine, the costs for searching the gems would increase. As you can see, they are now 150, 2 and 1. At level 10, it's like 5,000 gold or something like that, and it would be like 5, 6,000 of wood and stone. So, and it would take 5 hours to get a gem, which is really, really slow. So from that point of view, it would slow us down when coming to the extraction of the gems and socketing our items. However, Underworld is really beneficial for us, so we will aim on getting the gem mine to level 10. This is also the reason why I'm stockpiling on the gems, just to be able to socket my items as soon as I get an upgrade and not wait for 5 hours to get a gem. So more or less, that's it for this episode. We went through the progress, went to the feature, and also the plans for next week's. So I hope that you like the episode, and see you in the next one. Live long and keep on gaming.